Hello, my name is Don and you're watching my channel Don Astronomy. This is a bit of a follow-up video that I did on my Evoguide 50ED, and this is my annoying cat here, Mrs. Black, who won't leave me alone so I can finish a video. In my last video I kind of reviewed and tested that camera, telescope, with my QHY168 and monochrome camera. I did a series of luminance red, green and blue filtered images, and I think the results were pretty good. I was happy with the results that I got out of that little telescope. In this video I want to review how good it is with a color camera. With mono camera you can actually focus the individual color channels separately, whereas with color you can't. So this will test just how well the color channels are in focus and how good the alignment of the color correction is on the little telescope. So we'll put that to the test. We'll have a look. Hopefully we'll get some good results. Okay, so here's my this is my stacked data on M8 with my QHY178C, and we'll have a look at hopefully the color correction of what this little camera can do, or the little telescope can do, just from looking at it. It's alright. You can see blue halos there, but before we jump into it, I'll do a threshold adjustment and a color adjustment. Now we can take a look, closer look now. And to do this we need to look at the channels really, so let's have a look. There's our red channel first, and we are very zoomed in here as well. I'll just back that off a little bit to get some more stars to look at. The focus is not too bad on that red channel. I'll have a look at the green channel. Green channel is actually quite sharp, as you can see, but it's much more focused, in focus than the red channel. Well, the blue channel's quite out, as you can see that, and that would be why we're getting those halos, those blue halos. So I guess what we can do, it's not the end of the world. What I'll try to do here is maybe select those stars. Select the highlights, get as many stars as you can, and we've got it's important at this stage to make sure all those halos are covered, so we'll expand that selection a little bit. Just going to take a guess here, about 6 pixels, and that looks pretty good. A couple of things we should probably try here, and I think I might just try to sharpen this a little bit first. So let's just try my default sharpening and see what happens here. It's a bit slow as computer, so it'll take a while. Okay, so let's sharpen those up a little bit. I'll just leave it at that for demonstration purposes. And we still need to minimize those stars now, so while they're selected we'll go filter other, and we'll minimize those. That might be a bit radical. Let's try about 1.2 pixels. I'll have a look at that. Deselect that. Let's just compare that now with So they're not as blown out now. So hopefully that's helped a little bit now. When we go back to RGB. So that's taken a lot of that blue out of there. So from this point on now, hopefully we're ready to start processing from this point on. Okay, so I've finished processing my color data, and that's what we have. So I'm reasonably happy with the way that's turned out, and the blue bloated stars from the beginning are much better in that. So overall, even though the color correction is not perfect on the blue, but it is only a doublet, so that's kind of expected for a doublet. It's not a triplet. So I'm pretty happy with the results of this little telescope. I've also captured 2 hours in my duoband filter, my ZWO duoband filter, and again I'm pretty impressed with how that's turned out. So what I intend to do now is to blend the two. There's elements that I like in both of them. Obviously I like the stars a lot better in my duoband as they're smaller, and obviously the nebula as well. But there's some elements in the nebula, and especially in the center section here in my color data, which is much more detailed. As you can see, that there's so much more detail in there compared to my duoband. So I hope to blend all that detail into the center with my color, but use the nebula from my duoband. So after testing this little telescope, I'm reasonably happy with the performance, both in shooting mono and shooting with colour. Yes, the blue channel's out, but that's fairly normal for a doublet, and it can be corrected if you do it early enough in processing. And I think it's going to be a nice little travel rig for me. I have the Skywatcher 72 ED, and I hope to get a field flattener for that soon and test it out too. So with those 2 different telescopes, it's going to give me a couple of different fields of view that I can use for photographing. So it'll be ideal, and hopefully still fairly compact and light when I travel. Thanks guys for watching.